Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Galion Rock and Roar, your go-to uplifting podcast celebrating the positives happening right here in Galion, Ohio. Today we celebrate Crystal Faulds, the dedicated owner of Three Bean Coffee Shop, located at 125 Harding Way East, as she celebrates a 5-year anniversary of serving our community. Named after her 3 children, Ruth, Lily, and Theo, Three Bean has become a community gathering spot in Uptowne, Galion. They offer a wide range of expertly brewed coffees and specialty drinks, along with a diverse breakfast and lunch menu to satisfy all tastes. Crystal and her friendly staff strive to create a warm atmosphere, showcasing their expertise to ensure you enjoy the perfect cup every time. Crystal's commitment to the community extends beyond coffee, making Three Bean a cornerstone of local life. Thank you, Crystal and Eric Faulds, for joining me here today at Galion Rock and Roar, where we highlight and celebrate the positives happening right here in Galion, Ohio.
Well, thanks for having us, Marcia.
It's a pleasure to have you two here on Rock and Roar. I'm going to start us off with a question for Crystal. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And then fill us in on the last couple of years and the gentleman sitting beside you.
I'm Crystal Faulds, and I own Three Bean Coffee House, Uptowne. I have 6 kids, and with my husband, Eric, who's here today.
We're kind of like the Brady Bunch. We've got 3 and 3 with no Alice, but we're still hopeful she'll show up at some point and just randomly clean our house, but...
Good wishful thinking. Good thought on that. I'm going back to Crystal. What inspired you 5 years ago to open this coffee shop, and what has the 5-year journey been like that has led to this 5-year anniversary celebration coming up?
So I started working for Beth at the candy bar in 2015. And then she moved to the spot we're in now in 2016. And then a few other people bought it, and I worked for all the previous owners. And then in end of 20, beginning of 21, I got the opportunity to open on my own, and it just ended up being good timing. And so that's how I ended up buying it.
Okay, boy, was that right around the time of COVID?
Yeah, it was right after, yeah.
Okay.
It just ended up being good timing for everybody, I think, and the right opportunity, thankfully, and I couldn't be more grateful to the people at Beacon House who believed in me and helped me so much over the 5 years.
You guys seem to be very attuned to your customers' needs. How do you work to foster those connections among your customers, and why do you believe it's important for your business?
I can answer that one. Crystal probably sees more of the day-to-day customers than I get to, just because I'm not, in there as often with my job during the day. But one of the things that I really like about when I am in there is the fact that we get to know our customers so well. People have different things that are going on in their lives, and some happy things and some sad things, and we get to be a part of it through all of that. And really, I think what I really like about our staff is they actually care, and you're not just a customer, you're a friend and you're a neighbor, and just getting to know each other through that. The staff just kind of naturally connects with the customers, and I think it's really, really important that we have that, because we are a community. We're kind of a natural hub for the community. It really is important to kind of have those connections, but it almost happens organically. I mean, without trying too hard, it just happens because we have such a caring staff. And I think that's really important, though, because without it, it's just a coffee shop.
And I believe that your customers, your people, your friends who are coming in here, that's why they're coming back. They're coming in there because you're genuine, you're real,
we try.
Appreciate them.
Most simple acts of kindness go a long way.
Yeah.
You don't understand what anyone is going through in any given day. And so making sure that Three Bean is a place where people can feel comfortable, relaxed at home, even if it's just for that few minutes of the day, that is important.
Let me have you reflect back a little ways on your first year. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced? And how did you overcome them?
I think my biggest challenge is I was a barista. I'm not a business owner. I'm not savvy when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just happened to be given this opportunity to run a coffee shop, and I had no idea how to be a business owner, along with some very personal struggles in my first year of business for our whole family. Ended up, this has just truly been a life-changing experience. I wouldn't be where I am today without having taken ownership of the coffee shop. Yeah, the first year was very, very rough. Was very much worth it now, 5 years later.
Depends on the day. It's incredibly challenging. Most people don't see what happens behind the scenes. Crystal especially is never really off of work. She's always running some kind of errand or dealing with, something or thinking about something and brainstorming something about the business. And so the heart and the passion that she puts into this business, we see some of the product of that heart and that passion, but she's never not working to better it for our customers and for the community. That's, I think, some of the amazing strength and passion that she has that I see that maybe the average customer doesn't have the opportunity to see. So I think just the fact that we've gotten to 5 years is a testament to Crystal, really, with how hard she's worked. It hasn't always been easy, and I have a unique perspective being able to see it from my side.
Well, thank you. That was a very good answer, Eric. I think that leads right into one of my next questions, and that is about a work-life balance. You often hear the word, it's important for balance in your life. Well, how do you maintain a work-life balance, if you do, and while managing a busy coffee shop? And then, do you have any activities that help you recharge that energy?
Do we have a work-life balance?
There isn't. I mean, I think we've gotten better.
Sure.
I've tried to take the weekends off. Now, we as a family try to take the weekends off. Maybe not Lily, but Eric and I. But I mean, I think a lot of people knew last year we take one vacation as a family, and the espresso machine broke last year during our vacation. And so Eric was on the phone, and I'm looking up things and trying to get electricians in to update the electric and getting a new espresso machine in, trying to keep the one that we had going. And then that was half of our vacation last year. From Florida, we were, trying to make sure the coffee shop was still running. And luckily, we had a lot of great employees and friends, and Ruth was here to help. I think we take little steps as the business is growing to do things as a family, as a couple. I mean, we're still kind of newlyweds with a big family, but I do things like I started a book club. I love to read, and Eric got me a Kindle for Christmas, and I enjoyed that. We eat dinner at this table every night as a family, for the most part, without fail. We try not to miss any of the kids' activities. Family first, always, and we believe that. I think both of us, that's very important to us. So
Absolutely. Sometimes it feels like we're losing that battle with having to, or trying rather to maintain the work-life balance. And so it is a constant struggle because there's always something that needs to be done. And so finding the understanding and accepting that you can't do it all, that's a challenge for me on a daily basis, that, there's always something that needs to be done. But being okay with the fact that there is always something that needs to be done. But if you don't take time for yourself and for your family, it all kind of starts to snowball into something not good. So having really strong effort in maintaining that balance is going to be really important.
And I hear a little bit of resilience coming through. And, do you believe in the saying of learning as you go?
Oh, sure.
I think that's a lifetime thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're always learning. You can always do better. And
you want to, and you take the next step.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all any of us can do, is keep trying and hope for the best.
And it appears from the outside looking in that you are doing a great job at that.
some days are better than
Yeah,
others.
that's true.
But listening to customers, to people's comments, and seeing people in there for meetings and gatherings and communicating, and it has to be refreshing, I guess,
Yeah.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
And makes those challenges seem well worth it.
It definitely gives me a sense of fulfillment to see that the hard work is paying off. And some days are better than others. I'm probably a little bit of a perfectionist, if I'm being honest.
A lot of it.
Thank you, honey. But yeah,
deserve my comment.
but I want to see the best at all times, and I know that's sometimes not realistic, so I have to rein in my own expectations sometimes. But really, I think it's okay to have that sense of pride for not only our business but for our community. We want to be a place that people want to come to in the community. Even if you don't like coffee, we've got the Lotus drinks or smoothies or breakfast and lunch sandwiches, pastries, or just coming and meeting with friends or meeting with family members. We want to constantly strive to be better than the day we were before. And part of doing that is just continuing to work hard and do the best that we can do.
Thank you. And you are, and it shows. And it's exciting for our Uptowne, the center of our town, to see people starting to gather and go to businesses that are uptown.
What's so important to me is that I love that we have just the most eclectic group of customers, demographic, age, just
it's all walks.
Over the place, that people just feel comfortable coming in. That has always been very important to me. And so that it is exciting to see that we have groups that gather almost every day of the week. We have one specific group of people that comes in. This is their Monday coffee time or Wednesday mornings, or I just love that people feel comfortable. That's very important to me.
Well, and it's all different backgrounds and different, faiths and different political views and different interests. And I mean, it's really cool to see. It really is kind of a mix of not only people from Galion, but people coming in from other communities who want to check us out or want to check out what Galion has to offer. It really is kind of exciting to see. A lot of people don't realize that if you don't come in on a regular basis, there really is a cool thing happening in Uptowne Galion at Three Bean.
Boy, do I agree. Comfort that they find and the comfortableness that is at Three Bean, you know where that starts, don't you? It starts with you.
I have to say that the staff does an amazing job. We're very particular about who we have hired in there, just because we want them to treat our customers well. And they are just the sweetest people. They just do genuinely care. And they're silly and goofy and fun, and they make the energy. I honestly, I give it to them. We have the best group of baristas right now. They just make it a fun place to be.
I'm going to ask another question for you to give a little definition of barista, or what are the baristas at Three Bean? What makes a barista a barista?
I mean, obviously, when you break it down to somebody who's mixing up the drinks and things like that, our our offerings are a little bit more involved than like a ready-made mix kind of a thing that you might get at a fast food place. There's a little bit more art and science that goes into what the staff do. But not only that, but they're, that listening ear for somebody who might be having a bad day. They're that friend, that welcome kind of shoulder when somebody's feeling down or when somebody's feeling frustrated or things like that. Our staff see that on a regular basis and kind of meet you where you're at. And if nothing else, just to give you a little bit of comfort in the midst of a rough day or a difficult time, I think that's really, really important. So yeah, they're making drinks. Yeah, they're getting you what you ordered, a hot breakfast sandwich or a Pop-Tart pastry, but they're also doing so much more. And, it's that human connection that you don't see a lot when you're going and ordering at a kiosk, at some place where it's kind of like transactional. This is a little bit more. And that's one of the things that I love about what our team does.
Love it. And does that go along with small town living?
Oh, absolutely.
And you as the customer, you're not always looking for someone to help you in a certain aisle. It's that small town feeling that you guys really capitalize on.
We try, but also it's a business, so we want to provide the community with something that they want. Mm-hmm. We want to stay in business for a very, very long time, and to do that, we have to sell drinks, we have to sell sandwiches, we have to do all of that. So we're always, luckily, I have a lot of younger, kids that are on social media, and they're following those trends and the things people want, and we're always trying to provide that, being innovative and creative and listening to what people want. If anything, Caribbean has tried a lot of different things. That's what we want to provide, is what the community wants. So if there's a specific kind of drink or flavors, the pistachio Dubai stuff is big right now. So we've done everything we can to try to provide that. Any of those trendy things or people are interested in, we want to provide that here in Galion, so you don't have to go to Ontario or Bucyrus or Marion or somewhere else. We want to keep you here in the community, supporting the community. So we always have an open ear for that, and we want to be fun, and we want to be providing what people want.
What a great goal to have for your customers and for your own satisfaction. You briefly mentioned menu items. How do you decide on what menu items to offer? And do you incorporate any local ingredients into what you are serving at 3Bean?
Well, we expanded our kitchen offerings recently, upgraded our kitchen equipment, trained more people in our kitchen for providing a place uptown to eat that can be carried out. We work with Russman Farms for our breakfast meat. And Cooper's Mill, the McMullen family, we have partnered with them for a lot of our sauces. We definitely believe in local partnerships as much as possible. Cake and Icing is doing our birthday cake for our 5-year anniversary. We've had open mic nights with the Galion Community Theater. Just anything we can do to partner locally with local artists, local stores, local organizations. Mm-hmm. We've done a lot of, recently, some partnerships with the school, the performing arts, the after prom, doing special menus to donate part of those proceeds back.
Yeah, I think obviously it's, trying to make it as local as possible, but anytime we find something menu wise, it's like, well, what do people want? We do look at trends and things like that, but it's also like, what do our customers want? Well, they want something that tastes good. They want something that feels good. They want something that satisfies their hunger. And I think with our new breakfast sandwich offerings and our lunch sandwiches are kind of our newer thing, and kind of offering a little bit of a hole that's been in the Uptowne area more recently is, having another option in the community. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of fast food options in town. For a town of our size, there's a lot of fast food places. And if that's what you're looking for, that's great. We're offering something a little bit different. And we think that we're a little bit more in tune, or at least I do, with what the community wants, because we're not some national chain. We're tailoring what we're doing specifically to this community. So that's kind of in a nutshell what we usually think about when we're trying to decide what to offer and what to serve. We're listening to our customers.
This coming Friday, May 1st, is the actual date, May 1st, 5 years ago. Talk a little bit about what the plans are for Uptowne at 3 Bean on May 1st.
Well, we'll do some promotions throughout the week for some customer appreciation stuff, just building excitement, hopefully. And then on May 1st at 5 p.m., we're doing a ribbon cutting, mainly because our family doubled in size during the 5 years I've been in business. I have, my husband and now 3 additional Beans. And no, we're not changing the name to 6 Bean, but we did make shirts for Christmas one year that said 6 Bean Coffee House, and the kids all liked that. But we want all the kids to be able to be there enjoying the excitement, because this is a family business. A lot of our life revolves around that coffee shop for the kids, for us as a couple. So we wanted to, and then we'll have birthday cake, and we're going to have some samples of some of our sandwiches, and just to celebrate. Being in business is hard, and a lot of businesses don't succeed and don't make it to 5 years. So we're very grateful that we are.
Yeah, I mean, we really couldn't do it without the community and without members of the community supporting the business. Community members feed into us as much as we feed into them. And being able to have, even just a small celebration to say thank you to our loyal customers, and thank you to new people who want to try us out and who've, not had the opportunity to stop in. Well, here's your invitation. We'd love for you to join us.
I am so pleased to be able to sit down with you and hear the positives. I mean, it hasn't always been positives, I hear you saying along the way, but I love hearing about this celebration. I love hearing that you're partnering with other businesses, other people, making people feel comfortable coming into your business. What is good for 3 Bean is going to help the other businesses up and down the street too, and vice versa. Thank you for all you are doing. It's more than the coffee shop or serving coffee.
Yeah.
You are truly serving our community, and thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to add that we didn't get to talk about, or any parting words?
I think it's just been really exciting, and I'll kind of dote on my wife a little bit. It's exciting to see, when we met, she obviously already had the coffee shop. It was incredible to me to see how hard she worked and how hard she's juggled life and gone through challenges and difficulties that, frankly, a lot of people would just give up. And, the fact that she didn't just shows the true tenacity that she has. And I know there have been so many people that have kind of been encouragement and inspiration along the way, but I think seeing how much she has put into this business and inspired our staff and other members of the community and things like that is really amazing to me. And so if you want to know why we've made it to 5 years, I could say it's a lot of things, but the core of it is Crystal. And that, you take her out of the equation and we may not be talking about a 5-year celebration. So we couldn't, again, do it without our fantastic loyal customers, but Crystal is truly the key to the success that we've seen so far. And I'm really excited to see what we can accomplish in the next 5 years with her at the helm.
Thank you.
Well, when you talk about being a business owner and sort of a boss, and I'm thinking not only did you have to train baristas, but you have trained Eric very well. But he speaks the truth. So thank you, Crystal and Eric, and thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Galion Rock and Roar, your go-to podcast for all things positive happening right here in Galion, Ohio.
Thanks so much, Marcia. We appreciate you.
Thank you.